rather large family are all kind of stupid because they just don't get it. TV is way more fun and much less effort. Sit at home, got a cat to pet, got some chips and carbonated water, which I love. That's a good day. Getting myself dressed up, going out in the cold, getting to hang around with people, like.
Sick. What are the causes of current society sicknesses? We are all have one, or you talk to people and you see them healthy, but they must have one or two sicknesses that they type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and so on. So what are the causes of the sicknesses that I'm going to say all have, either major or minor. You can think of that. From my limited research, and as Cynthia says, this is not even my area. I'm not even in biology or medicine or chemistry. But I was interested in it. And the reason why, before I go into this, the reason why I became interested in the topic, I think there were a couple of reasons. One is, I'm the youngest in the family. My oldest brother passed away he was very athletic. He passed away a couple of years ago, maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago, because of some kind of cancer, colon cancer. So I was shocked. Why would he pass away? Because he was athletic, he eats very well. So I started interested in the topic. That's one. Number two, there were a lady here, and I like to give credit where credit is due. Her name is Maxine. She was part of the club. She comes once in a while as a guest speaker. Actually, I sent her an email a couple of months ago, say, can you come back and give us a presentation? She was very good. She's very skinny, embodies the health issue. So she gave a speech about alkaline and toxicity, and I admit at that time, that's probably 4, 5, 6 years ago. I didn't know. I knew it's alkaline. I studied some biology, and I knew what is alkaline and acidity, sorry. So I knew what is alkaline, I knew what's acidity, but in the context of food, how do you do that? So I became interested, and since then I have been gathering information. With today's technology, it's very easy to collect those. Amazing. We live in an age that's beyond belief how easy it is for me to do like this, and the information, and we reach a point where we say, enough, I don't want any more. While 20 years ago, it's not enough. I did some research 15, 20 years ago. You struggle to collect data. So today I want to share with you, from my limited research, 3 reasons why are we sick. What are the causes of sickness? And the 3 reasons are, number 1 is toxicity. 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 Number 2, nutritional deficiency. And number 3 is stress. Okay? So you might say, you might want to add more to this list, by any means, by all means. Yes, there might be other reasons. You might say, those are not the top 3 reasons. There might be, I would put them as number 5, 6, and 7. That's fine. But those are the most prominent, most from my limited research, reasons for our sickness. So let me start with the first one. The first one is toxicity. Toxins everywhere. Everywhere you turn your head. Food, I'm talking about food. I'm not going to talk about environment or bacteria. I'm just focusing on food. Toxins in our food are everywhere. Anywhere, anytime you come to a food that is not natural, as Cynthia mentioned in her interesting speech, not a food that's prepared in a plant, not produced or grown by a plant. Anytime you look at those foods, they have toxins. So you reminded me, actually, I didn't think of that, but what do you mind? When Rocky gave me the tabletop, I said, yeah, I forgot in preparing for the speech, and I have to say also, see how things works. Rocky sent an email. Send an email, says, we're looking for speakers. Who's going to speak tonight? So I said, I'll speak only if there are not 2, 3 speakers. That I always do this. If there are 3 speakers, I sit there. If there are not 3 speakers, I'm the 3rd speaker. So I thought I will prepare something. I'll just prepare something. But when he put me on the spot, thank you, Rocky, he said, okay, what is the title of your speech? How many minutes? I said, oh, I didn't have to do better, so I had to go and prepare a little more. Otherwise, it would have been a weaker speech. So thank you for that, Rocky. But it reminded me today that sugar is toxin. We don't treat sugar as toxin. As a matter of fact, there research shows that the areas that light in your brain when you smoke cocaine is the same areas in the brain where it lights when you eat sugar. Mean gives you satisfaction. So there are people who classify sugar as not as an enjoyment of life, indulgent. We all like sugar. I like sugar, but it is toxin. You classify it as toxin. Why? Because this is one of the reasons. When you smoke cocaine, I've never smoked cocaine, so I'm not expert in that, and I don't intend to. I don't know what. But from the research is that it lights, so it gives you the pleasure senses in the same place as the same neurons lights when you eat sugar. So that means your body is saying, give me more sugar. So toxins is sugar. Sugar is toxin. Sugar is everywhere. I alluded to where sugar is in the ketchup, sugar in the juices that Rocky mentioned, sugar in the barbecue sauce. Just read. I ask you to just read. Just flip before you pick up a can and read it. And I assure you, you will find sugar in places that you never thought. I'll give you another example. Pizza sauce. Would you think that pizza sauce has sugar? Yeah. But it's there. It's not because of the taste. Sugar is taste, enhances the taste, but also it's preservative. It preserves the food, so they added it everywhere. So look for sugar, stay away from it. The recommendation is even in areas that you don't expect to. When I am buying coconut juice, well, give me the coconut without anything added to it. Let me unsweetened. Let me add my own sugar. But you flip it, you read it, there are sugar in it. It is fantastic. It's very healthy also. But you read, why are you adding sugar to it? Let me add it. Sugar everywhere. Sugar is toxins. Be aware of sugar. And then in preparing, I looked at some, where are those toxins or chemicals? They are added to everywhere. Our water. If you look at the water we drink, it has a ton of chemicals. And I did a little research. I know Rocky doesn't like handout, but this is just illustrate the point. Typical tap water content, and I'm going to read it for you very quickly. It's chemicals in the water, but those are necessary chemicals because you have to choose your battles or choose your, I would say, choose your poison. If you don't add those chemicals to the water, then bacteria will grow in the water. Then you will have problems. You'll have sickness from bacteria affecting you. You might even, but those are necessary evils. They are evils, but necessary evils. But so look at the toxins in the water. They are perfectly fine. They are very small percentages. Nevertheless, they are toxins. They are chemicals, and those are chlorine, fluoride. I even don't know how to read this one. Tribohalol, whatever it says. Salts of arsenic, radium, aluminum, copper, lead, mercury, cadmium, barium, hormones, nitrate, and pesticides. All those are in the water we drink. So what do you do? Well, I'm going to drink more water because water is good. Those are necessary even, but we just want to be aware of them. And then should I drink bottled water or Now then in preparing also I went and said, what about chemicals in food? So I just did a little search, and here I'm just going to show it to you. There are 175 chemicals in our food. All of those are chemicals in our food, and I'm going to read for you a couple of them that I don't know. I don't claim I'm knowledgeable about the area, but just the sounds of this doesn't sound right to me. There are benzene in the food added somewhere, ammonia, copper, sulfate, xylene, and chloride, aluminum sulfate, and so on. So toxins are everywhere. We take them, and so you might say, what do I do? What is the solution? Solution is easy. Solution or action item is easy. The way to do it is stay as much as possible away from processed food, as much as possible. Go to the source. You know, if you want to eat tomato, get the tomato and cut it yourself and eat it. If you want to eat anything else, go to the source and eat it, and stay away from anything that's canned or packaged or in a can or in a bag. So that's toxicity. The other one is nutritional deficiency. Many of the food that we eat, it's nutritionally deprived. The nutrients are taken away from it, and that's hence the name is junk food. I didn't know what junk food means. Well, junk food meaning or junk calories. It gives you the energy, but where is the nutrition? Zero. There are no nutrition. That's why it's called junk. It is beautiful, delicious. I used to eat it. I don't want to tell you what I used to all eat. Those were Cheez-It and the puff, whatever that orange. I used to love it. Cheese puff, yeah. That was one of my favorite food when I was ignorant. I am no longer. I'm still ignorant, but I am better than my previous level of ignorance. And I admit that the more we think that we are ignorant, the more we are encouraged to collect more info. So the second reason is nutritional deficiency. And from limited research, it says that in the past, I know John is a traveler, they say sailors used to have nutritional deficiency when they stay long time in the sea. Well, there's no food there, so they finished everything. So right now, nutritional deficiencies is everywhere in the society, and here are 7 common nutritional deficiency in calcium, vitamin D, potassium, iron, vitamin B12, folate, and magnesium. So how do we guard against those nutritional, it's like Latin to me. I don't need to know where is calcium and where is vitamin D, but how do I guard against it? Go to the source. If you want to make sure that food, those nutrients, vitamins and minerals goes into the vessel that we have on the body, go to the source. If you want to eat cucumber, get it yourself and cut it and put it right away in the mouth. And some people, which I don't believe in it, they say, well, to avoid nutritional deficiency, I don't do it, take vitamins. I don't do it, I don't recommend it. I think it's an escapism that you say, I have nutritional deficiency, let me enjoy the hot dogs, and then I go and then I take supplements to give me the vitamin this and vitamin. No, you have to do your best to eat that. That's how our ancestors ate, and they were very healthy. They used to live much longer than what we live today. And the last one, I know my time is limited, the last one is stress. There is a direct association between stress and immune deficiency. The more stressed you are, the less you can fight diseases. The bacteria that comes to your body, if you are stressed, your immune system is very weak. Stress also, the research shows that stress is decrease your white blood cells. And that's why white blood cells fight diseases. When you are stressed, the white blood cells are much less. So right now you're inviting those bacteria, come take over my body and make me sick. So how do you reduce your stress? I'm not an expert on any of those 3, but especially stress. My recommendation, action item, youtube.com. Watch, there are a lot of good videos. There are a lot of good videos that I'm not stressed, so I just like to learn here and there. So the 3 main causes of diseases are toxicity, nutritional deficiency, and stress. And how do we avoid being sick Very simple. The solution is stay as close as possible and as much as possible to the source, fruit, vegetables, natural thing, as much as possible, rather than packaged food that's deprived of all of those.